Hello and welcome back to Off Grid Style. I'm Nikki and I'm so glad to have you here. Today we are discussing OPSEC for prepping. So while OPSEC is vital to safeguard your prepping plan and your resources, it is very difficult to do this in the world we live in today. I'm going to give you one prime example. The person who delivers your packages to you knows that you're a prepper if you've ordered anything online that's prepping related. So we're going to look at challenges that preppers face, like the one I just mentioned, how important it is to maintain your secrecy, and practical strategies to keep your prepping activities protected. So operational security, or OPSEC, is the process of identifying and safeguarding sensitive information about your operations, your plans, and your resources from unauthorized disclosure. As a prepper, that would mean anybody that is not in your circle of trust. So for preppers, this means protecting the information about your preparedness activity, your stockpiling and how much you've stockpiled, and how you're going to secure shelter, and forming survival groups, keeping all of that away from strangers. So what are the challenges of OPSEC? So I named one, the UPS driver or whoever it might be that delivers your packages if you order anything online. Information sharing. We live in an information sharing culture. Everything is digital. Social media is a huge issue with a lot of people. Maintaining secrecy can be very challenging in our time that we live in. Many preppers are tempted to share their progress, their skills, their knowledge with what they believe to be like-minded individuals online. This can compromise that prepper's OPSEC because they have exposed themselves online much the same way that you'll see scams that say, fill out these 20 questions on a social media page, and you do, and that person now has all of that valuable information about you that you thought was just some fun quiz. Community building is also a big part of prepping, or at least for a lot of preppers it is. And they form close-knit communities that they believe are of like-minded individuals to enhance all of their chances of survival in shtf situations. And yes, this is very advantageous. But at the same time, there's the risk of information leaks from anyone in that group who just happens to mention to their friend, oh yeah, I go to this and this is what we do. Now all of a sudden that friend tells 10 people, did you know they were preppers? So that is exactly what can happen, is you're compromised by somebody else in your group. Family and friends. So we've probably all had the talk with somebody in our family regarding the fact that they should do something. That, you know, they're not going to just knock on the door if SHTF happens and say, hey, I'm here, feed me. We've all had that talk, every single one of us. The problem is that a lot of them don't believe us. Then these people can go off and tell their friend, just told my very best friend, that's the only person I told. Well, your very best friend in the world just went and told 20 other people what we're doing. So there is a place where you can truly be compromised, unfortunately, without you even being aware of it. Theft and unwanted attention can be a huge concern and risk, which means that you have to have very robust security measures. OPSEC tells you you need to minimize how much you're revealing to anybody. You can have that talk with family members. Don't tell them what you're doing. Don't tell them how much you have. Don't tell them where it's at. You tell them that you are beginning to build up prepper's pantry, for instance. Okay, big deal. So you're stocking up a little bit extra. Don't tell them that you got 5 years worth of stored food, in a storage locker down the road or whatever you might have. That's not their business. You can have that conversation without sharing everything that you've done and everything that you have planned. By maintaining OPSEC in this way, you can respond to crises, to dangers, to threats, sometimes in a very surprising way that nobody was expecting because you didn't reveal what you were doing. You can have panic and fear among people whenever there is a crisis, SHTF situation. We've talked about this a million times. OPSEC ensures that you can react calmly and without fear because you have prepared for these things and you haven't shared this information with anybody else, so they don't know that you're this prepared. Well, I hope you liked the video. Tell me what you thought about OPSEC for preppers. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you again soon.